on. Just yelled at me, recording in progress.
That's for YouTube later.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Thanks for coming on. We're up to 18. Happy Tuesday. You're live with Jen and Robert. We had to move our show from yesterday to today due to our wonderful Facebook, Instagram, all of that being down yesterday.
Shutdown of 2021.
Right? I'll take that shutdown over us being shut down from racetracks any day.
Oh yeah. And glad everybody could join us tonight for the show. Not used to do it on a Tuesday night, and not gonna lie, I'm a little tired, but I think we can make it through 1 hour of talking about racing. It always gets me pumped up, so we're gonna give it a go tonight.
Happy Tuesday, Wally Smith. Hi, Miss Linda. Mama Grimm's tuned in. How's everyone doing?
A lot of guests lined up for tonight. We're going to talk to Terry DeCare about the Sunshine Golden Gate Speedway reunion this Sunday. Colton Bettis after his big sprint car win this weekend at Showtime Speedway, and LJ Grimm to talk about the BG Product Southern Sprint Car Series is going to be racing this weekend at Auburndale Speedway. A lot of great racing going on this weekend, and had a lot of great racing last weekend too. A lot of people jumping on, and I appreciate everybody. Keep the shirt orders coming in. I just packaged up some more, getting ready to send them out. If you want, quantities on the red shirts are getting really low. We got plenty of black and gray. So if you want a red shirt, jump on and see what's available. But quantities on those are getting ready. Talked to Ronnie Rosello today, going to maybe come up with a different theme shirt with something else on the front of the shirt and Sunshine State Racing on the back, just to keep it fresh and new. So a lot of things going on. Tune in Thursday night at 7:30, my chit chat with Robert this week. I'm going to have our buddy from Fozzie Photos, Chris Facillo on. We're going to talk some road racing and some just other photography type stuff. A lot of big things going on in racing right now.
Ronnie Sims is on. Good evening, everybody. Chris Fazzillo is on. Hey, buddy. We miss you. Miss Lucy Everly's on. Linda Graham says, doing good. Hope you're all doing well. Joey Gates is on. Hi, guys. SRQ Taxes. Good evening. Thank you guys for tuning in.
So let's get started. Last weekend, I took the weekend off. I was going to go to go-karts, but I had the football game on Sunday. So I took the night off, did a little hanging out with some family, and but you were at Auburndale Speedway. They had the twin 50s with the Sportsman and the open wheel modified. How'd that night go, Jen?
It was crazy. The Sportsman group drove like crazy people all night. It was a lot of fun. As far as being a fan, it was a lot of fun to watch. Not a whole lot of carnage, just, spin outs and things like that. I'm going to go through results real quick while we're talking about Auburndale Mini Cup Young Guns. We had Hunter Harmon take the win, Carson Holt in second, and Kaylee Sorrell in third. Mini Cup Masters, we had Russell Bush, Aaron Ashley, and Kendall Wheeler. Scramblers was won by Matt Miller. Brian Potvin and Dustin Kirkland was top three. Open wheel modified was an awesome race. Mark Nelson took home the win. Roger Blevins in second. Dodge Colbert in third. Sportsman was won by Brandon Morris. Adam Briggs was second. Aaron Williamson was third. We had 21 sportsmen there Saturday night. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it.
So in the open wheel race, Mark, help fresh my memory. You got the results there. 51. He took the win, and I think first win of the year at Auburndale in the open wheel modifieds that wasn't won by Cody Allen. He's been on quite a run there, so it was a nice win by Mark.
Yeah, it was a really good show. The modifieds put on quite a show, running side by side, nose to tail. It was a lot of fun to watch. We had a really good fan count out at Auburndale. We had autograph session for the fans, and even our little mini cup guys got to go and give out autographs to the fans. So that was pretty cool to watch.
And I don't have, I just got off work late and don't have all the results in front of me from around the state, but I know listening to Ryan Stevenson's recap of New Smyrna, it sounds like Derek Pugh, I think, had the double down in the twin 25 truck races over at New Smyrna. He's been on a really good roll lately, winning some races, and really got it going on over at New Smyrna.
Speaking of trucks, just want to reach out to everyone and tell them to say a huge prayer for the Burkhalter family. If you know, Donnie is always there with his uncle and his dad, or his uncles and his dad, Chuck, Willie, and Bo. And we lost Bo last week. So huge, huge prayers to them. They've lost a lot of people in a very short amount of time. So Bo's definitely going to be missed. We love him so very much. And it's hard to see one without the others. So just want to give lots of prayers to them and everything they're going through.
It's been a tough year for Donnie, and trying to keep the truck series going and all the family and personal stuff and work stuff he's going on. I know he's really appreciative to all the people in the truck series, the Pro Challenge Truck Series, and Aaron Holmes and everybody that's been lending a hand to keep that going. Donnie's really proud of everybody that's helping keep that going, and I know he's ready to get back and be able to make it more of a success. But just a kudos to everybody in the truck series that's been helping that go while Donnie's had some tough things going on this year.
Absolutely.
Racing family stepped up and helping make that extra special.
Absolutely. Dale Lewis, thank you. Been a while since you watched us. Tune in, man. We'll keep you entertained for a little bit.
And if you missed my last week, I sat down with probably a little over an hour with Michael Franklin, and it's on YouTube and on our page. Go watch it. Mike, I've known a lot of Mike for a long time and known a lot about his stories, but he went into some depth for some stuff I didn't know about, and just the ins and outs of his racing career and how he set goals for himself to try to make it by a certain amount, and gave all, and just how tough it is in this world to make it big time. And great interview with Mike. So if you haven't got a chance, go watch it. He's got a lot of fans here around the state of Florida, and I thought it was a great interview, and he gave a lot of insight on some stuff you normally wouldn't think about.
Yeah, we had a ton of good feedback at Arvindale Saturday night. Everyone was talking about the interview and they can't wait to see more. So thanks to you guys for always tuning in and supporting us, no matter what crazy idea we come up with. Thanks to Arvindale for having us out last weekend. And looking forward to getting out to some more of our tracks.
And I'm looking forward to doing at least one. I'm going to do these once a week, but once a month, having a past racer, old time racer in Florida to get to know more of these old stories and relive some of the stuff. And that's kind of what this whole weekend's going to be about on Sunday at the Golden Gate Speedway, Sunshine Speedway reunion, old stories, and we're gonna have some coverage from there. But if you guys have people from the past that you want to hear more about, let me know who they are, and I'll try my best to get them arranged to come on, and let's have a conversation with them for an hour or so and just let them tell some of the stories.
Thank you, Joey. Yeah, so annual Golden Gate Speedway and Sunshine Speedway reunion. We'll talk more about it when Terry's on, but October 10th, this Sunday, starting at 8 a.m. The address is 8711 Bliss Road. We're going to share it again a couple different times. Stars and legends of yesterday, current stars, future legends, race cars from back in the day, live interviews with drivers, car owners, and pit crew, music, entertainment, custom car shows, swap meets, photos and memorabilia, door prizes, 50/50 tickets, of course, food and drinks, and then they'll have t-shirts, caps, license plate, koozies, and stickers this weekend.
Mike Franklin says, you guys do our sport an awesome job. Us fans owe both for a ton of what you do. We do it for the fans and the drivers. I meant we love what our do, and our passion comes through, but we couldn't do it without the fans and without the drivers. And they're the reasons we do what we do. I meant here we're on a Tuesday night after both of us working all day, and I think I told you before the show, man, I'd almost rather just go and chill and go to bed now, but we're doing this because we love it, and these fans online with all these great comments push us to do what we do, and we couldn't do it without you, and we do it for you.
And we'll say it 100 times a night. We have the most talented drivers in Florida, and we don't really get the recognition, for our drivers that they deserve. So this is why this got started. And this is why we try to work so hard to do what we do and make sure all of our drivers are noticed and they get something.
When this page got started, I was going to be lucky. I thought to get 1,000, 1,200 people in Florida following Florida racing and getting to help keep everybody updated. And now we're almost at 20,000 followers on the page. And it's amazing. I've sent shirts out all over the country to people that watch our live feeds and follow Florida racing. And it's amazing. And I can't go in much details, but I had a phone conversation about 35 minutes ago with Ross Chastain, and we were talking about his racing here in Florida and how he got his start. And my goal, I guess, from this, if we can get 1 or 2 Florida drivers noticed and they get to make it a little farther than their dreams have really hoped, because somebody saw something across the country from them that maybe not have been seen without this page, then it's all worth it to me.
And it's so much fun on Saturdays during the live feeds to be able to read all the comments where everyone's watching from. Mike Harold said, got my shirt the other day in Illinois. Thank you so much. Yeah, so that's my enjoyment, is reading the comments and you guys cracking me up the entire race night on Saturday nights and seeing where everyone's from. And I love it.
And Ronnie Simpson's fast truck, and yeah, that's where Ross Chastain got his start and got his chance and learned how to drive. And now he's running for cup wins. He hasn't got his first win yet, but it's nearby, and he's excited about next year getting to run for Trackhouse Racing and Justin Marks. And that was the one thing we talked about in our short conversation, and how humble he is about his roots here to Florida. And every time he gets a chance, it just amazes me how some of the first thing he does is relates it back to racing at 417 or his roots in the fast truck series. And he knows that's why he got to where he got and those chances. And it's amazing to see people still notice that.
Absolutely. We got, like he said earlier, Terry, Colton, and LJ on tonight. It's going to be a fun show. Looking forward to seeing everyone this weekend at the racetrack. And then of course, Sunday at the reunion. Hopefully I'll see a lot of the old legends there. I'm going to try to go live as much as possible and kind of take you around and show you everything going on there.
And I had a couple messages today. I don't know if you saw them come into the page, but we shared the flyer about the reunion, and everybody asked what it was, and there were going to be old timers there talking, and people are excited to come and do that. And yeah, Ronnie Vasello, the fall brawl is just 2 weekends away at Citrus on the 23rd, but don't forget the 22nd. If you want to get your sportsmen in the parade of cars, you get to run the streets of Citrus from one of the local establishments to practice. Gonna have police escort from there to the track. It's going to be cool to have the sportsmen running through the city and everybody getting to know what's going to be racing the next night. And hats off to Ronnie Vasello for putting that together. And something I wouldn't have thought about doing is something like that. And he's always thinking out of the box. And also thanks to Ronnie for helping us get these great shirts that we put out there, and the stickers, and Sign Fast is one of our biggest supporters.
Yeah, we love them guys. I already took off early on the 22nd so I can be there. If nothing else, I'll get y'all video of the parade of cars and a little bit of the pre-party for Friday night. So
Chris Vasello said he wants me to do a one-on-one with Big Will, and you guys don't know Big Will. He's one of the race directors at the kart track at 417 and part of the Front Stretch Garage. And I'm going to get him on just because he has a huge racing knowledge, a lot of from up north that a lot of you guys don't know about. And he's been inducted into I want to find out more about what got him into the Sandusky Racing Hall of Fame this year. And Big Will can bring a lot of insight outside of Florida racing that can relate to here. And I can't wait to get him on one night and all the stories he has.
Yeah, Chris Vasello, he's a Hall of Famer up there. Thank you, Ronnie Vasello. We appreciate you and all you do for Sunshine State. A lot of the stuff you do for us is in the background, but we couldn't do it without you. Whether it's our shirts, our stickers, our hats, you coming up with crazy ideas to help us out. We appreciate you so much. Hi, Tyler Sontag. It did post as you know. That's the problem with running a page, is that when you try to comment on something, it always comments as the page.
I'm just glad to see Tyler's not back at Facebook jail yet.
Right?
He's
I think
made
everybody
it 7 days free, and then one of the days Facebook decides to shut down altogether.
Tyler said try running 5 of them. I think I have 13 currently.
I think there's at least like 12 to 14 on mine.
Yeah.
Not that I do it actively, but you pull up the list and it's crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you take it for just a minute, Jen, and I'm gonna try to get Terry on the phone. He's not gonna be able to join us by Zoom, but I think I can get him on the phone and hooked up here to the microphone, and I'll be able to ask the question. So if you have a question you want to know about the Golden Gate Sunshine Speedway reunion this weekend, message it in, and Jen will get it over to me because I don't think I'll be able to watch the live feed while I have him on the phone, and we'll get those questions asked. But let me try to get him on. I'll let you have it just a second.
All right. So I'm going to go through the schedule for this weekend. Showtime this weekend has Outlaw Figure 8 Super Mini Late Models 40 laps, Hose and Hydraulic Street Stocks 40 laps, 4.6 Oval D1, 4.6 Oval D2, Strictly Stock and Mini Stock. New Smyrna Speedway has Valvoline Family Fun Night, LKQ Super Stock 50, Bomber A40, $10 admission for fans. Sportsman, LKQ Super Stocks, Bomber A and Ground Pounders. 417 Southern Speedway will have Sportsman, V8 Pure Stocks, Outlaw Modified, Legends, and Mini Stock. Let's see, Dirt Tracks, Hendry, Open Wheel Modified, Street Stocks, Mod Lights, Mini Stock, Outlaw 4s, and non-wing mini sprints. East Bay Raceway Park has the Q Auto and Injury Medical Malpractice Sprint, 602 late models, V8 Warriors, Micro Sprints, Gladiators, and Dara. Alltech Raceway has Crate Racing USA Dirt late models, 602 late models, Street Stock and Pure Stock. North Florida Speedway has 602 late models, Thunder and Box Stock. Volusia is off this weekend. Putnam is off this weekend. And keep in mind, you can always go to Karnac.com and we post what's racing this weekend around the state of Florida, brought to you by LeMasters Insurance. Hi, Robert. You're muted. He's muted. He don't even know he's muted.
Jen's right. I had it muted. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you now.
All right. How you doing tonight, Terry?
Great. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. So this Sunday is a big event coming up that you guys have been doing for several years now, and it seems to get a little bigger and bigger in attention every year. What do you guys all have going on Sunday out at? I know it's the Sunshine and Golden Gate annual reunion. What are some of the things you guys are going to have going on?
This originally started out with just a Golden Gate reunion, and Randy Albers was the founder of it, and then he had some medical issues, and they turned it over to me. In the last couple of years, I've promoted it and invited Sunshine Speedway in as well with Jim Fenton. So what we're doing this Sunday is we're going to have the Golden Gate Classic Car Show. We're going to have antique race cars. We're going to have race cars of yesterday and today. We'll have legend cars. We'll have sprint cars. Every race car that wants to come is welcome. We're going to have shirts, hats, jacuzzi, license plates, bumper stickers. We're going to give all this stuff away. But, Robert, most of all, and the most important thing, we're going to set aside some time around 10 a.m. and we're going to just reach out to the family of the Nolings, because as everybody knows by now, Captain Jack has passed away. So we're going to do a little special silent moment, plus we'll do a little, it's not a celebration of life, but similar to it, and recognize the Nolan family and Jack, because this is on the property of the Nolan family.
And not to take away from that, everybody, I don't know if he'll get to make it out. And you mentioned Jim Fenton. Everybody, thoughts and prayers. Jim's wife's having a battle right now in the hospital, and I know that's where a lot of his thought and time is right now. But anybody that hasn't ever got to talk to Jim, he's a wealth of racing knowledge in the state of Florida also.
Yes, Jim's been a great help to me this year. He helped secure sponsorship to help pay for this event. I have been in contact with him, and his first thoughts are his wife, Linda. Our thoughts are his wife. So with that being said, I'm hoping Jim can make it, but if not, he needs to be there with his wife, and I will totally understand that. But he's a great supporter. You know, we've got a lot of people that say they're coming that are famous. We'll wait and see if that happens. I won't use their names because, you know, I want to make sure they show up. But and we're hoping that you guys can come, and because you guys reach out to a lot of racetracks.
Jen, I know is going to be there, and we're going to do some live stuff on the page. I'm doing my best effort to make it. With me traveling during the week for work, Sundays is a lot of the time the only day I'm home. I'm going to try my best to make, but Jen will be there for sure, and we're planning to get a lot of coverage out there. But just one question I had that we got 2 or 3 times a day when we shared your flyer. Everybody's asking, are there going to be a lot of old drivers there and a lot of old bench racing stories? That's what everybody's looking forward to.
Yes, I've got, you know, like Jim Childers is coming out. Rumor has it that Gary Ballou out of Hialeah will be there. And he will be bringing his book that he published, you know. So there's Sam Rodriguez for sprint cars. He's coming out. The name goes on and on and on. We are going to have an autograph session for the old timers. And, you know, and we're going to have a ton of door prizes. We've got people donate shirts. Troy DeCare donated 30 shirts. We got a lot of things that are happening. Everybody's going to leave there with a remembrance, and I want to make this an annual deal, and I want to make it bigger and better every year.
Well, Jen, I'm going to let you just for a minute because I know you have it. I won't put Terry in the spot, but tell everybody again what's the address and for Sunday.
October 10th, 2021, 8 a.m.
No, Jen's got it. Jen's read it all for us.
Yeah, it's 8711 Bliss Road, Gibsonton, Florida. We'll reshare the flyer. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll, be happy to answer anything we know. Terry DeCare's information is also on the flyer. So we'll share this again a couple times throughout the week. Just make your plans to come on Sunday. It's a great event. You get to see all your favorite heroes from way back when all the way to now.
Yeah, so she's on the other. I don't have a way to hook us both in, but she's finishing in another. Yeah. And then also, Terry, I'm going to try to get I'll get some of our Sunshine State Racing shirts up there that maybe you guys can give away. But just once again, I won't take too much of your time. Tell everybody what's in store, old time race cars and everything one more time coming up this Sunday at the Golden Gate Reunion.
This Sunday, the 10th, will be the Golden Gate Reunion, Sunshine Speedway Reunion. We will have shirts to give away. We will have vintage sprint cars, vintage coupe, the old 32 coupe, and sedan body cars. Jamie Franklin's bringing out cars of yesterday. We've got drivers coming from all over the state. I got one guy that lived in Florida that has now moved to California is coming just for this event. We just got a lot of things happening, but it's an annual get together for old time racers, and you're going to hear a lot of stories about the Brazil family. You're going to hear about Harry Krause, and you're going to hear about Gene Slaughter. There's me and Gene will be there doing interviews with all the old drivers to keep everybody up to date.
And guys, there's going to be some new drivers that are a driving of the day that, like, we'll ask him later. I'm sure he's going to be there. We got LJ Grimm coming on the show, but LJ and his family's always been real supporters of this, and I'm sure he'll be there probably as well.
Yes, and Kurt Morgan said he's bringing out the number 11 sprint car. The Book Millers are bringing out a legend car. There's some current drivers that are going to be showing up. The Colt, fresh off of his first ever 12-year-old sprint car feature win.
And we're going to have him. He's actually going to be the next guest on our show here in just a few minutes, but it's a testament to to the old time racers that these young guys that are just upcoming in the sport respect the old time racing enough that they come out and they support this, and that's what's going to keep racing going in Florida for a long time.
Well, all these young guys are heroes, and there's been something they've recognized along the way that has driven them to even want to do this. When you said back in my day, Robert Davis Smith and Butch Davis, just to name a few, Teddy Kempton. But this is what made me want to go race. And now, Colton, he's coming along, and, he's going to drag some of his heroes with him tomorrow or Sunday.
Well, thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you out there Sunday, and we're hoping to make this a great event, and we'll see you on Sunday. And thanks for taking time tonight to talk to us about it.
Thank you so much for supporting this event. I really appreciate it.
All right. Have a great night. Talk to you soon, Terry.
Thank you.
Tyler Sontag's going to be out there with me on Sunday as well. I think I've tried talking Chris Fazzillo into it. Hopefully he'll be there. We should have lots of photos. Like I said, I'm going to try to go live as much as possible. There is nothing better than sitting around listening to the stories that are being told there. So make sure to make your plans to come out Sunday. We love our older racers. We're going to have a ton of newer racers there as well. Yes, Mama Grimm's been working on it. Mama Grimm always works so hard in the behind the scenes to help put all these events on.
And I don't know if he'll be there this weekend, but usually always somebody that shows up to these events and has great stories. If he can make it out this weekend, Jimmy Cope is usually always a big supporter of these reunions, and he's always a great one to talk to about old time racing.
Yeah, I'm really excited and looking forward to it. A lot of our legends have kind of stayed away from the racetrack the past couple months, so really excited to get to see everyone.
Yeah, and in a few minutes we'll have a Colton Bettis on, as Terry said, coming off his first ever sprint car win in the non-wing race at Showtime Speedway, and I'm hearing it may be a record for a 12-year-old winning a sprint car race, and I don't know that to be a fact. Maybe I'll have to get a hold of our good friend David Sink, who knows a lot more about sprint car racing than I do, to try to verify that. But if it is or it isn't history making, what a great night for Colton to get that win, and all excited and looking forward to talking to him in a few minutes about that.
Absolutely. What an impressive young man. I'll say it again. We have a ton of talent here in the sport, and it starts at the younger ages, and it's really exciting to watch them move forward, whether they start in mini stocks or scramblers or legends or whatever class they start in. It's exciting to watch them move up.
And guys, if you going to see the race cars of yesterday, I know there's going to be a lot of other great things going on, but every time I get a chance to see those cars race, and get to see them up close and first on Sunday is going to be amazing. The car is all about I always say them in the DAR. It's always where the cars are the stars, and it's a chance to see cars from back in the day still on the track, and they may not be as fast as they once used to be, but just getting to see the history of these cars is amazing.
Right. Miss Tracy always said, "Hey, Robert, wish you were at the go-kart race with the GoPro on Jayla's." She won her first heat race and feature. So congrats, Jayla.
And that was one proud papa there with the Ali family, and he's done a lot to make Donnie Ali Jr. fast when they run the street stocks and the sportsman, and now Donnie getting to run the number 14 super late model. But that smile on Donnie Sr.'s face with his granddaughter winning her first kart win, I don't think you'll ever be able to take that off his face again. And I'm hoping to make it out there for November 6th or 7th, whatever that first Saturday in November is. But that was a great win for her, and what a racing family and tradition to see her keep going with what the family's done.
And if you guys are interested, make sure to look up the Facebook page for the dirt. Well, it's not the dirt track anymore, but for 417 go-kart track.
It's called it's just called the kart track now.
Okay, so go to the kart track on Facebook. They'll put out their schedule and what all's racing. Make sure to go down and support them. It's a great night of racing there. Everyone has a really good time. Kids are so excited to be racing. So make sure to get out and support it.
And Colton will probably be joining us here in a minute. As soon as it pops up on the screen, I'll get him added in. And they, like I said, young man, done a lot in the super mini late models and run some good races in the modified mini at Citrus and getting it done in the sprint car. Um, and I've never raced at all, but I've always heard that the non-wing sprint cars really puts it more in the driver's hand than it does a with the wing on it. And for him to get it done in that, it's amazing.
That's pretty exciting. I got to see, or I saw on Facebook that Shane Butler got a win up in maybe Georgia this weekend. So congrats to them. Finally got the monkey off their backs.
Yeah, he's had a string of bad luck this year.
Right.
So yeah, just like I said, we're waiting. As soon as it pops up, we'll get Colton on, and then later in the show we got LJ coming to us, going to talk about the sprint car coming up this weekend, and probably talk to him a little bit about his dirt modified racing. And that's another, we call him young man, but he's young to me. He's getting up there now, but man, he can wheel anything. I remember when he was running the Sportsman, and then he got the chance to run Super a little bit, and I think he's probably drove almost one of everything you could think of at this point.
Absolutely.
So what race are you, while we're waiting on Colton to join in here, what race are you looking forward to this weekend, Jen? Are you coming down to 417 for the Sportsman, or where are you going to be?
I'm going to be down at 417 this weekend for the Sportsman and Pure Stock legend cars down there. It should be a pretty fun night.
And the Pure Stocks have been putting on great races down there, and they're going for 50 laps this weekend. And they just a lot of great racing going on, and can't wait to see what goes on there.
Right. Y'all make sure to have caffeine for me on Sunday, because I'm going to be dragging.
And a shout out to I always get his name wrong. Is it Braden? I always want to call him Brandon, and Kyle, that do a lot of our GoPro stuff for us. We go back and forth, and I just got a picture from Kyle that he just got another GoPro to add great footage with, and huge shout out to what those guys do. And I've attempted to put one on, and hats off to them, because that's a lot of work running around and starting and ending those cameras all the time.
Yeah, they do an awesome job. They do such great edits on the videos. It's a lot of fun to watch. I look forward to watching them every weekend. Pure Stock, did they change the name? Yes.
Yeah, they changed it to the V8 Pure Stocks instead of the V8 Bombers to kind of go along with all the other, I guess, tracks in the state have now called them the Bombers, the V8 Pure Stock. So they changed the name to kind of align with everything, because the rules kind of line up. I guess some of the tracks are on racing tires, 417s on DOTs, but other than that, I think the rules align. And I see Tony Carino jumping on and off. And if you're on, Tony, and you guys are having trouble getting Colton in on the thing, let me know, and I'll try to help out, or I'll give you a call. We could do it by phone, but just looking forward to the great racing going on this weekend all over the place. Most of the tracks are back up and running for the fall.
There are so many good races coming up in October and November. So pretty much every weekend there's a big race going on somewhere. So make your plans, get ready, because the next couple months are going to be in full force down here in Florida. Mike says all the tracks in Illinois are closing for the season. I'll be getting my short track fix here. You know, you can always fly down and come hang out with us.
Well, if you're going to do that, if you don't have plans Thanksgiving weekend, plan to fly down to 417 for the $20,000 to win Big League Memorial, where former Illinois, I know he's got a winter home down here, Boris Jurkovich, is going to be racing again. Probably his third race back, because he's going to be running, I believe, in the end of October at their race. And then his nephew, Eric White, should be running as well. If you keep it going and talk a minute, I'm going to try giving Tony a call and see if they're having trouble logging in. I'm just going to do Colton by the phone like I did the other.
Okay. So we have a ton of stuff going on. You can go to, we now have Instagram and Twitter. So you can go to any of those places and look up what's racing or see any of the photos. Make sure to share it, guys, when we're live. That's how we get a ton of fans, especially in the other states, is everyone sharing it. So again, we'll go through, Ronnie Basello, Blue Gator Ford Race of Champions, November 13th at Citrus. Yay. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch because those Ford guys are crazy. Hi, Skip. Are you still in Kansas? Our buddy Skip, one of our sprint car drivers, is in Kansas working. LJ Grimm just said, nice shirt. LJ's got some new shirts out, so if you want to, make sure to message him. 417 Southern Speedway. Again, we're going to run the Sportsman V8 Pure Stock, Outlaw Modified, Legends, and Mini Stock. Pretty excited. The Little Gator Legend cars are going to be back down there. Showtime has Super Mini late models for 40 laps, hose and hydraulic street stock for 40 laps, 4.6 D1, 4.6 D2, strictly stock and mini stock. And then New Smyrna Speedway has the Valvoline Family Fun Night LKQ Super Stock 1050 and Bomber A40. It's $10 admission that night. They have sportsmen there as well. So $10 admission, you can't beat that. Take the whole family and go out to a racetrack this weekend. Robert, are we ready? Nope, you're muted.
Am I now?
Nope, I can hear you now.
Okay. I had him on the phone, but we just got it to pop up on the screen here. So Colton, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
All right. We got Colton Bettis on the line. The Colt. So Saturday night, you kind of had, I guess, what everybody would call a big night, and probably the biggest night of your career. And you won some really big go-kart races coming up. But you had the non-wing sprints at Showtime Speedway, and you've been racing there in those all year this year. And you got the win. How was Saturday night for you? And what was the emotions, and how was your night?
Oh, it was great. It was just so fun. We had a great night. We went Friday night and practice, tried some new stuff, what LJ Graham's dad told us to do, and it really worked. And we're hoping to see LJ this weekend, or 2 weekends or whatever, when we race him next time. So we're waiting to see LJ next time.
Yeah, and then you finished second with Sport Allen, and he's no stranger to sprint car racing in the state of Florida. And just great to see you get that win. And how different you've been driving all year. How different is driving the sprint car compared to the Mod Mini? I mean, it's got to be a bigger challenge, and it looks like you're getting it down pretty good.
Actually, it's not a bigger challenge. The Mod Mini is a way harder car to drive because it's so much heavier, and it's just like driving a school bus. Basically, you're tight or loose. It's just harder to drive. And with the sprint car, you can go wherever you want. You can go outside, inside, middle, 3 wide, and it'll stick basically. And the Mod Mini, you have to arc it in, do all that stuff.
And Colton, can you tell the fans tuned in how old you are?
I just turned 12.
And how long have you been racing?
Since I was 3.
He comes from a long line of racing family right there. So we're so excited for you, buddy. And we just got word you're second in non-wing points behind LJ.
Yeah, I probably hope LJ misses one more, and let's see if we can beat him.
Knowing LJ's schedule and as much as he's got going on, there's probably a pretty good chance of that. And I can't wait to the next race to hope LJ's there, because I want to see you beat him on the track.
Yeah, me too. That would be a big win for us. And it was a big win for Sport too, or for us with racing against Sport.
Yeah, because anytime Sport or LJ show up, I mean, Taylor Andrews and the Dayton Andrew Dodgers, they work on those cars as much as you guys do, and it's not like they're not giving full effort. So when you beat those guys, you're beating the best.
Yes, sir.
So what's the rest of your schedule look like for this year?
Just kind of trying to get Citrus sometimes, and when they post us, and I think we might go watch. I think we might go watch Citrus for the non-wing or wing sprint cars. I think it is in a few weeks, and then I think this week coming up we race the Mod Mini, and then the following week we race a non-wing sprint car, I think.
Yeah, they're having I think the Larry Brazil Memorial coming up for the wing sprint cars at Citrus pretty soon. And that'll be a good one to watch. And I know the age is a little bit of a factor, but are you looking forward in a couple of years when when that won't be a factor anymore to getting to race the wing sprints and race with your other heroes?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure your mom and your grandma is probably not as excited about that as you and your grandpa are, but I know that's something you want to do down the road.
Yeah, I think it would be really fun to race with the big dudes.
Is there any tracks in particular that you're looking forward to racing?
Yeah, Ponta Gorda, Arbondale, and Citrus with the sprint car.
I misspoke, and I want to correct. It's the Frank Riddle Memorial. I knew I was going to miss it without having it, but somebody corrected me, and I thank you for that. And so it's probably a couple of years down the road, and you got a lot of work to do because he's really on top of his game. But I've seen the videos of you at your grandpa's Circle C Ranch and on the little kart track you guys have that you help maintain, racing go-karts with Troy DeCare. How big of a win would it be, say 3-4 years down the road when you get to race wing sprint cars to get to go up against Troy and have the chance to maybe beat Troy in a sprint car?
Well, we went a few weeks ago, or a few months ago, whenever it was, he came out and raced a non-wing show at Showtime, and we were kind of right there with him. It was pretty awesome to race with him and see where he's been at all them other tracks. So
we like to give Troy a hard time around here with him and the younger guys, and now his nephew TJ getting a bunch of wins, and I can't wait to see you guys get to race in the wing sprints because that's his wheelhouse and where he's really comfortable with, and the go-karts he always complains when you beat him in the go-karts that he weighs more than you do. So I can't wait to see you guys get to race each other more in the sprint cars.
Yeah, me too.
So why don't you tell us who your sponsors are and who all helps you at the track?
I'll start with sponsors. I would like to thank Jim's Racing Engines, TNT Fabrication Welding, Kurt Morgan Exteriors, Circle C's Ranch, Nancy's Restaurant, Finish Line, T-Carano Fill Haulers, American Mulch, Grind It, Rental X Tools and Equip, Rick's Hauling, SER, Stroud Equipment Repair, and that's about it. And RCP and Sunshine State Racing.
And then who are some people that help you on your pit crew? And I know it's not easy just to show up and make these cars fast. You guys work in the shop all the time. Who's some of the guys that are help you with that?
Yeah, Trey, Jimmy, Frank, John, and my grandpa, my grandma, and my mom, Ricky, and everyone that helps. I thank them because I wouldn't be able to do this without them.
You have a really good group of people around you.
And just name some people. It's hard for a lot of fans to think of a 12-year-old as of having like racing heroes and stuff. But you grew up doing go-karts, going to the track with your grandpa when he was racing open wheel modifieds and at the go-kart track, watching some of these other people. Who were some of the drivers that are a little bit older than you that you look up to racing wise that make you want to keep doing this sport?
Well, I looked up to Dave Steele like a long time ago. Like, I didn't know who he really was. I just knew to root for the 33, or I think it was a 33. That was the number, right?
Yeah, it was a 33.
And every time I was like 4th, 5 going to the racetrack, like I'm gonna root for the 33, and I have a picture a long time ago with me, Chase, and Dave Steele, Chase Jefferson, and me and Dave Steele. And it was me holding up the number 1 sign in Victory Lane. And I just remember that to this day.
That's awesome.
Have any other questions, Jen?
Nope, that's it. Thank you so much, Colton, for coming on. And we are so proud of you here at Sunshine State Racing. We've been following you since the first time you drove out on the track, and we can't wait to see how the rest of your year goes.
And
all right, thank you.
And just one last question, Colton. We all seen the video, and there wasn't any from this weekend. When you won that first modified mini race, your grandpa probably still has that smile on his face. How was he this weekend? Just the same way?
Yeah, he was. I think he didn't show it as much, but he was a lot more happier.
Well, you come from a great racing family, and we can't wait to keep following you. And we'll have you on again soon, and get ready to go out and get your second win here in the sprint cars.
All right, see y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night, Colton.
You too.
Jen, it's amazing how much really young talent we have here in the state of Florida. Colton, TJ DeCare, Bubba Van Devender, just to name a few out there. And I'm leaving a ton of them out. I mean, coming up through the legend cars and all the other series. I mean, it's amazing to probably between the age of 11 or 12 to like 14 or 15, how bright our future is in this sport here in the state of Florida.
And do you remember the day we were at Showtime? We got there super early before practice. Heck, I think we were there before the gates opened. Me and you walking around, we were talking to Tony, and they're out there in the car. Colton's out there in the car, and Tony's standing in the infield teaching him,
I don't even think he had raced a race
I
at
don't
that point
either.
yet,
It was
because
just their practicing.
that's the way a lot of these younger, I mean, everybody thinks, oh, they just get out there and start racing. No, they're behind the scenes for months. Tony was out there 2 or 3 times a week with Colton before they ever let him race a race, teaching him with the radios and what to do. And Bill Van Deventer did the same thing with Tyler and the V8 Pure Stock. And now Sean and Mike Lemaster and Bigley Motorsports is getting ready to do the same thing with Sean's son, Jake, where he's probably going to run thousands of laps before they ever make a race. But so they don't, when you see these kids come out there and race, it's not like they just walk out there and, oh man, they never raced before. These kids have logged a lot of laps before their parents actually let them get out there and do this.
Absolutely. LJ is ready when you are.
I just hit the button.
How come nobody wants to be on video with us tonight?
Well, he's not even connected yet. He might be. Colton and them were having difficulty, so they got it to log in right as I was calling. So how's it going, LJ?
Oh, can y'all see me?
No.
You can't see you. You probably got it. There should be a little button in the bottom that says start video.
In the meantime, it says Littlest Culvert's killing it in the karts right now too. Yes, that's another long line of racing family. Dodge race this weekend. The littlest one, Bryson.
Yeah, Bryson's killing the karts, and
yeah.
So is I mean, every time Dodge gets in a kart or a car or something, he's putting it up front.
Oh, look, there's
LJ.
How are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. Thanks for coming on. They wanted someone to come on and talk about the sprint car race this coming weekend and kind of the sprint schedule. So
and
tell us all about it.
And you got you got the wing on the car behind you. We just got done talking to Colton. He says in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, he wants you to take that wing off and he wants to come beat you.
That's fine. He probably will. He's pretty good. He's been getting better. The whole team, Trey's got him rolling pretty good, and obviously Grandpa Tony's getting what he needs.
And I told him when he beats you or Troy in the sprint car, you guys can't use the excuse you use on the go-kart track that you weigh more than he does.
Why not?
No.
So what are your plans? This weekend you guys got the BG Products, a Southern Sprint Car Series at Arbondale, I think going for 35 or 40 laps, and should be a great show.
Yeah, we'll have a heat race and a 40-lap feature. My plan would be to win, but my plan don't always work out. So we're just going to go do the best we can do, and we'll go from there.
You and Sport both racing this weekend for the Dayton Andrews crew?
Yeah, Sport's actually leading the points, so he's getting old, so we're not sure how many more years he's going to race. So we're trying to get him to win a points championship before he does quit.
Any word of Troy supposed to be there this weekend?
I heard Troy might be in Montgomery racing with the Musty series up in Alabama, so I'm not sure, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I know he goes all over the country with that, so I wasn't sure if he had races this weekend or not.
Yeah, traveling Troy goes everywhere.
So what's your plans for the rest of the year, LJ?
Some sprint car racing, obviously. Maybe some fall brawl racing in the Sportsman at Citrus, maybe a late model race here or there, dirt modified, maybe some asphalt modified, a little bit of everything.
So your dirt your dirt modified, you've been doing pretty good in it. And now you got your buddy Devin's got one, and you and him are doing battles back and forth. Uh, what's it like now going back and forth between the asphalt sprint car and the dirt car? Does one or the other make you better in the other one?
I think the dirt cars made me better just because I've always liked a tight race car, even in go-karts, and really until I drove the 54 Sportsman with the crate motor, where pretty much momentum's key and everything. And driving the dirt car sideways and even the non-wing sprint cars, just I feel like it's made me a whole lot better driver, being able to drive sideways or tight or just whatever the track or car or crew throws at me to drive.
So we see you're in the background there at a probably at Taylor's shop getting the cars ready for this weekend. And a lot of people don't realize, I mean, the average fan, the time you guys spend in the shop getting these cars ready. What are you guys in there 3 or 4 nights a week easy?
So these wing cars have been ready for a couple weeks just because we had 2 rainouts back to back. But normally we'll race on a Saturday night. We'll unload on Sunday, wash the cars up. Ron will do some fuel maintenance. Sport will be here working on his car also, and I'll be here. And usually Sunday, Monday, and then usually a Wednesday to mount some tires, and Friday or Saturday to load up. So yeah, it's every bit of 3 or 4 days. And luckily we got a pretty good routine going with Ron. He knows, I mean, at this point, Ron just comes and does it and doesn't say much and knocks it out. I mean, he can pretty much have both cars, all the fuel maintenance and everything done by Monday night. And if I decide to help him or give him a hand, we'll have it done maybe sometime Sunday or first thing Monday.
And then on the nights you're not there, you're probably in your own shop getting the dirt modified ready, right?
Yeah, I've been kind of busy every night for about the past 2 weeks between I ran that Sportsman race at Punta Gorda for James and Sharon Whitten in the 25 car. And then I ran Mike Sweet's modified. And then I actually was in Nashville last weekend, so don't remember much from that. But yeah, I'll be back on the race shop schedule now this week.
So that modified race a couple weekends ago, you really had it going, and they just at the end, kind of somebody that you guys, I guess I'm not going to beat around the bush. You guys have been at it, or he's giving you a good run for the money at the end of the race. Now, a couple big races in a row. Did you think you had that race kind of locked up until that happened?
I did. And then when we went off into turn 1 and took the white flag, I actually backed into him. And then I knew it was pretty much over after that.
Yeah. I just, like I said, it's been a couple races in a row. It seems like the same group you guys always battling with, and they're at the end, but different results. You didn't drive off in the pace truck this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Stayed pretty calm this time.
So I mean, I've never, well, maybe I have seen them once at Arbondale, the sprint cars. How's the sprint car in that tight of a little bull ring? I mean, at 417, you guys really get going pretty good. Is it a lot different at Arbondale with the fast straightaways and tight corners?
Things happen so fast in a sprint car, whether it's Arbondale or Citrus or any of them. I mean, there's definitely more off the gas time at Arbondale just because the corners are tighter and straightaways are shorter. But it's just, I don't know, it almost feels like it's faster because Punta Gorda it's the longer straightaways and the corners are so much wider that Arbondale feels faster just because it's so much tighter and you're off and on the gas quicker and just hustling for 40 laps, trying to catch the car in front of you, dodging lap cars or whatever the next car may be in front of you.
Is there a track in Florida that you haven't got to race a sprint car on that you would like to?
I'd like to go to New Smyrna with one now that I've run a year. I wasn't too sure of it last year just because I wanted to get a full year under my belt because they go really fast over there, but we don't have anything lined up. I know Rick Day's been working with the series and New Smyrna to try to get a race over there, and nothing's really come out of it yet. I know he's still trying, but I'd like to go to New Smyrna.
Yeah, I seen him probably about 3 years ago. They had him for the World Series, and it was crazy fast how fast Shane Butler was going around there.
Yeah, Shane gets going pretty good sometimes.
What you got?
Y'all make me nervous. All right, so do you have a new least favorite driver to race against?
Come on, I thought I was trying to skip around it, and here you go straight out and ask.
It's the same one.
Okay, just checking. You were watching the live feed from Arvindale Saturday, but you don't remember any of your comments or anything? You good?
I said some comments somewhere on Facebook that I had to wake up Sunday and delete, or Saturday morning, I think. But no, I remember the Go 54 and that stuff, and then the Go 1. But
you didn't hear him, Jen? He said he was in Nashville, and that's what all he remembers. Don't ask him about Saturday night.
Saturday night didn't end until 3 or 4 in the morning. So the races were still early.
That's awesome.
So
well, we always love having you on, dude. You're always fun to watch. Hey, tell people how they can find you on Facebook and get your merch.
LJ Motorsports on Facebook. LJ Grimm's my personal account. See me at a racetrack. If Jennifer moves out of the way, we can see her shirt. And we don't have any 88 sprint car shirts, but maybe we can get Taylor to work on some.
Well, she likes to hide behind that microphone like the howdy neighbor guy on the Tim the Tool Time show.
I don't like the camera, period.
You just see her head from like here up.
That's my goal.
So we see the Dayton Andrews Dodge on the big 88 car behind you. Who I know Taylor's most of it and BG products. Who else helps you make the sprint car go as far as like crew and everything?
Crew wise, we got Taylor obviously owns everything and gives us what we need. Ron is over here. He's over here more than I am. Even on off weekends, he's over here polishing Nerf bars, taking drive lines apart. Taylor's neighbor, Tim, he gives us a pretty good hand, lets us borrow a four-wheeler since we have 2 cars going pretty much every race now. So that helps out a lot. Jerry Stuckey that builds the cars, he's usually at every race giving us a hand. Crew wise, that's pretty much it. We got Ron's the majority, and then me and Sport work on both cars, and Taylor gives a hand for everything. Sponsor wise, Dayton Andrews Dodge, BG Products, Hurricane Race Cars, Butler Speed and Supply, Hot Rod Farms, which Taylor's got a damn zoo over here. He's got a zebra and everything else. Kirby Cope Signs, Jimmy Cope Race Engines, and that's pretty much it for sponsors. Our series sponsors is Sunoco Race Fuels, Southern Race Fuels, MK Graphics. Who else we got there? All Star, and Butler Speed and Supply also helps with the series, I guess. I don't know how they got Shane out of some extra money, but they did.
And I'm up here in Clearwater right now, so if you're in the market for a Dodge car or truck, be sure and stop by Dayton Andrews Dodge. I drive by that lot probably 2 or 3 times a week going back and forth to work, and they got some really nice stuff up there. So be sure and stop by and check out the people that help support racing. Got anything else, Jen?
Nope, that's it. I appreciate you coming on, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, LJ, and good luck. Try and go and let Sport get his points, but go out and try to get the win on Saturday night.
Yeah, that's the plan. Sport's been getting pretty good. I think I got a little fire under him, so hopefully we can battle it out for some wins the rest of the season, and then let him decide what he wants to do. I don't think he'll actually quit or retire, but he might cut back some. But thank y'all for having me on. As always, y'all do a great job, and get a bunch of behind the scenes out, and getting able to talk to everyone's pretty cool during the week.
And then after Saturday night, will we see you Sunday at the Golden Gate reunion?
Yeah, I'm actually going to bring the car there. Terry DeCare asked me to bring something, and I just asked Taylor if it was okay, and he didn't mind. So I'll have the sprint car from Saturday night at Jack Nolan's house on Sunday.
So be ready to go check that out on Sunday. You might get to see the winning car from Saturday night on display.
I hope so.
All right. Thank you, LJ. Have a good one.
Thank you, y'all too.
Thanks.
That's LJ Grimm for the BG Products Southern Sprint Car Series. I think I've seen them once. It's hard to remember at Arvindale, but those should be some lightning fast cars going around that little bull ring.
Heck yeah. They're kind of scary. Them boys scare me. Like, keep it on all fours and don't make me nervous. And that's it, guys.
We made it through another hour, and some great guests, and hope to see everybody out at the Golden Gate Speedway reunion on Sunday. Going to be great times at I believe it's 10 a.m. They're going to have a moment of silence and honor the Nolan family and Captain Jack, and can't wait to see everybody out there. And if I don't make it, Jen, I'm counting on you. I'll be sharing and following the live feeds. I've Gonna try my best to get over there, but it's gonna be a great weekend of bench racing with some older guys.
Make sure to make your way out to a track this weekend. There's tons of racing going on all over the state. We're going to be heading down to 417. And then we hope to see everyone at the reunion on Sunday. I need more caffeine today. We appreciate all of you for tuning in as always, and we'll see you this weekend at a track near you.
See everybody soon.